They say it's not rocket science. Well, when it comes to food, I think this is a real thing.
Well, we're gonna make it a bit controversial, so welcome back to the Rocket Science Podcast, and as usual, this is Jasmine.
And this is Jack. I got a feeling we're gonna talk about something controversial today.
Yeah, it's like we're asking a question a lot of people argue about, so it's about going vegan. Is it actually healthy?
Well, some people swear by it. Some say it's taking a little bit of risk, but most of them are just dead for the plant-based burgers.
Yeah, so today we are looking at veganism from a health perspective, and no judging, no forcing, just facts, experiences, and a light conversations.
Well, so when you're vegan, so you should know why you are vegan, and then we're gonna find out which is more healthy.
Yeah, so whether you're vegan or like you're just curious or you're just hungry right now, maybe this one is for you. Well, personally, I don't really see myself as a vegan because I am a bit picky with food. So it's not something that would work well for me, because being a vegan, it takes disciplines, a lot of planning and a lot of commitment. So even if it's not my choice, I would still respect the effort behind it. So because they have to take a lot of effort to be a vegan, so it's not something that is easy for them. So I wonder, have you ever thought of being a vegan, like even just for a moment, like you just Google it at 2 a.m. and then just close the tab, something like that?
Yeah, actually, I think myself in the perspective of I would like to be a vegan for some times, not for a lifetime, because I like eating vegetables. It's not yeah, you might know that it's not always about I don't like meat or I don't like this thing. I like everything mostly, but I like vegetables too. It just I assume that it's good for my health. It also concerns me a lot of cartoon movies that I have been watched in my childhood. They've been like manipulating me to think that vegetables are really good. Actually, they're also good too, good for your health. Yes.
I wonder what kind of cartoons you watched in your childhood.
All kinds. Actually, all kinds. Like I even got the songs that sing about vegetables. I'm not gonna sing here, so.
That would be so funny.
Yeah, I mean, like vegetables are good for your health. You should try sometime.
Yeah, but I don't like broccoli.
Broccoli. There's many other vegetables you can try. To answer your questions, yes, I will see myself being a vegan for a couple times, for a couple months, or maybe a few specific period of time. Maybe the reason I would do might be to do with the diet, to do with my diet, maybe my exercise plan, maybe, or it could be my weight adjusting plan, or maybe my health issue plan. I would do that, or I would just do for fun. I could go vegan for a while for fun, but I'm not planning to go to be vegans for a lifelong. But I don't think that's a healthy choice for me because I like meat. I can't stay without eating meat all the time. If I find a chicken, I gotta eat it.
Yeah, the smell is just so attractive.
Attractive,
right?
yeah.
It's so for that is concerned with your personal choice, right? Being vegan is your choice. The thing is that like eating vegetables is not a problem, but according to you, if you are gonna adjust your weight gain, or you're gonna you can just go to a gym and to exercise.
Yeah.
And so for you, you're saying that you're gonna do it as an experiment or as a test for vegans to be a vegan. So well, you can try that too, like for a week or for a month, but I don't think that would be a good choice for you, or you won't be able to stand to stay away from the meat, as you mentioned before. So what if someone showed up in front of you with a very wonderful smell of chicken or fried chicken, so something like that, then you might change your mind, So well, for me, I personally don't like vegans. I mean, I don't mean that I don't like vegetables. Of course, I do like vegetables, but I am a bit picky, so I don't like all kind of vegetables, So I've never thought of being a vegan in my life. That feels like a nightmare to me.
Why would it be a nightmare? Is it good for your health?
I don't know. Well, because it's like I prefer meat more than vegetables, so that's more healthy and that can fulfill your stomach, better than vegetables. Vegetables doesn't feel like I just fulfill the stomach, so it doesn't feel like you have had enough.
Your stomach needs a little bit of calorie to fulfill, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I'm eating calories too, so that might be enough.
Well, yeah, in order to say about vegans, like there are many reasons why they choose to be vegans. For one of the reasons is the ethical way. People say also moral way. They might be taught by the religion, or they might be taught by their society, by their family, to be vegan, to eat only vegetables, not the meat, because some of them might think that eating meat is a bit of an animal abuse. They will say
I've heard a lot of news.
Yes, about that. They talk about those stuff. It's animal abuse. They are torturing the animals. They're killing the animals. Like they are to get this meat, to get this product, the milk from the animals is abusing. Well, in my perspective, I don't think that's quite of abuse. In some ways, they have to do in the good maintenance of the animals. They got to do good supply to give the animals their full life, and then only after a specific period of time, you gotta do what you gotta do. So it's part of the life cycle. You can't say in the jungle, you can't tell to the lion not to eat the hyenas. It's their food. They have to eat it. If they don't eat it, they will die. They can't eat vegetables. They have to eat it. So about humans, that yes, we have other choice rather than meat, but the meat can give you a lot of like nutrition that is not available in many plants. Not every nutrition that is needed for the body is not always obtained from the plants. You have to get also from the meat as well, like proteins, like vitamin D, or like vitamin B12, stuff like that. Those have to be gained only from the meat, not from the plant.
Yeah, but they say that you can get the proteins from eating beans or peas, but it's not the same as the meat, right? So at some point you have to eat the meat, for your body. It's a necessity for our human. So it's not like we are killing the animals, but we are. This is the ecosystem, right? We're living inside the ecosystem, so we have to use these animals or for our survival. So it's not it's a resource, so we have to use it. These animals exist for both beneficial ways. So it's for both humans and animals and the environment. So you can't say that just because you eat meat, it doesn't mean that you're killing that animal. It's the life cycle, right? So even vegans, they have to kill the plants. So plants, if we are going to argue about even these details, and then we have to get into that, right? Because plants are also living things, right? They are also one of the living things. So we gotta make it fair, right? If you're gonna tell the meat eater that you are killing the animals, you're abusing these animals, so it's not true, because we can also say it back, right? You're killing the plants, because plants they have lives inside. They have this emotion, they have sensitivity, right? They have these things. They have sense. So well, that might play fair. So we can't blame each other. That won't help for both of us. So if you're a vegan, then just be a vegan and trying to adjust your body, right? Because I'm seeing that a lot of vegans people also have these so many benefits, right? They have this certain benefits that if you're vegans, that if you choose to be a vegan, then they have these pros. So that, which is like eating vegans can decrease your chronic diseases. If you're like, it has less likely to become a cancer. They can reduce being a cancer or the cardiac diseases. So that there is a very good health benefits that you can get from being a vegan. So and also you can also lose your weight by dieting and by eating vegetable. That help a lot in if you have obesity, then you can just choose that part, right? You should try. But I might say it is a bit strict. Vegans is too strict. Like you need to have a certain disciplines and certain plan for the diet, because one goes wrong and it can ruin your lifestyles and your life or your daily life. So
well, they also argue, the vegans people also argue about that eating plant-based materials, plant-based food can reduce the cost of the production rather than comparing the production of the meat. Yes, the production of the meat quite costs a lot of resources, a lot of in terms of money, in terms of resources, in terms of the human resources, the material resource, everything has to be used to produce this meat. Also, it costs a lot of materials, a lot of resources to produce plants too, to produce vegetables as well. And also, they cost, they got delivered to another country, across the country. For example, the vegans love a lot about avocado. They eat a lot of avocado because it contains, it's they use as a substitute.
It has rich nutrients.
The avocado juice is very good for nutrition.
Yes.
It's good for your health. So they eat a lot of those stuff, a lot of avocados. But so in some countries, avocados are not very available very much. So they got order from another country. So they travel. They got delivered the avocado through the plane. They cause a lot of air pollution as well.
Start happening like a shortage of foods or something. Like that,
it can also involve a lot of shortage of food. You gotta balance everything. You can't always focus on meat. You can't always focus on the plant. You gotta balance everything. That's why I saw in one of the discovery things is that when you look at the animals that only eat vegetables, only eat plant-based things, their teeth are mostly flat. Or for example, look at the goats. Look at the deer's teeth. Their teeth are mostly flat, big and flat. That is good for chewing vegetables.
They eat grass.
Yeah, they eat grass. Yes. Grass and vegetable. It's good for chewing vegetable. They bite off from the plants, and so it's easy to have this flat and big teeth.
Yeah.
But
also
what about
cows? They eat
cows
also grass.
too? Yeah, they have their big flat teeth.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, the lions, the tigers and lion doesn't have that flat teeth. They have like really sharp and strong, small slime and sharp teeth. They have extremely sharp because they need that to bite the flesh out of the prey. So they need really strong teeth and sharp teeth. So they can't bite vegetable with that sharp teeth. It is just literally impossible to bite it with the sharp. It will go between these teeth. The vegetable will go between. They can't get nothing in the food. So also their digestive system cannot digest the plant. It's not work for them. That's the ecosystem. So but for the human, you compare with the humans, we have both the flat teeth and the spiky teeth too.
Yeah,
we have both.
We can eat both.
Yeah, that's the indicator. That's the indication of that we can eat both. We have to eat both for our survival, for our nutrition. So that's why we should also try both of them. But for your mention, as you mentioned before, you talk about weight loss and balance in digestive diet. Yes, you could go for vegan for to balance your digestive act, to balance your weight loss program, or maybe your health reasons. Yes, it can go, but it's not always good for your lifetime. If you want to go to vegan, you got to have the specific diet. You need to have you need to talk to the doctor for this. Do the strict diet, whether this is good for your body. Not every diet is going to work for your body. Every human body is built different, so you got to have specific diet for a specific person. So you got to conclude with the doctor, so they can give you the best possible diet for your vegan process.
That work too. The other thing is that vegans they eat vegetables. Some eat vegetables just because they care about the environment, right? So they think that harming animals is not the solution. They think that eating vegetable is the only solution to protect the environment and to protect the earth. So it's kind of like sort of they're kind of destroying the livestock of the animals, because in the livestock, everything is balancing, right? They have this ecosystem balance, and if you're gonna like breed a chicken, and then you will get these feces from the chickens, and you can use those to feed the fishes on the pond or in the lake.
Or to fertilize.
Fertilize. So that is useful for everything, right? So it's like a livestock. But if vegans only choose to eat vegetable, it can mess up with the livestock cycles too. So we have to be careful about that too, right? It's not just only about environment. You gotta look from every perspective, so you don't have to like, if it's good for your body and if it's good for your health, then that's fine, you can choose vegans, right? It's not a problem. But one thing that most of the vegans are a little bit sensitive about when it comes to meat, right? So I heard several news about the debate or about the arguments between these vegans and meat eaters. So because in some cases, I believe the vegans are a bit oversensitive, right? They are overreacting. So there's this one case that most of vegans, one vegan old lady or some that I guess is old lady. She started protesting in front of the KFC, asking people to boycott the KFC because the KFC is killing the chickens and killing the meat. So that's not the right. That's cruelty. That's just terrible. So it's just extremely overreactive, right? So they don't have to behave like that. So if you're eating vegetables, then act like a plant, right? you don't have to be wild like an animal, right? It's like it's not how it works. I mean, just everyone has their own freedom and freedom of choice. So you can't force a meat eater just to stop eating meat. So that's not how it works. So I heard a lot of news about that, and so we gotta share our opinions and share these knowledges, spread knowledges among these two things, because whenever we hear about vegans and about meat eater, they're always fighting. So I don't know why. I don't get that, because both have their own perspective. So just be yourself, right?
Well, there's a saying I saw a joke online the other day. It's like they say that they don't eat meat because they care about the animals. When you eat plant, is the animal's food, why are you eating animals' food?
That's the questions again, right?
Why are you eating animals' food when you care about the animals? It's like that. So it's not always about caring, it's not always about abusing or not abusing, but it's about the life cycle, and it's about fulfilling your nutrition inside your body. So you need to know what is good for you, what is not good for you. As we mentioned before, many vegans in the Western countries are a bit too sensitive, overreactive, and I would say extremist. They're extremist vegans. They want everyone to become vegans. They're encouraging. They're encouraging everyone in their town to be vegan. Like they're protesting, no meat, blah blah blah, like that. So I also saw the news like that in a steakhouse restaurant. They literally still sell steaks. All the group of the vegan protesters crash into the restaurant and destroy everything in the restaurant because they're selling steaks.
I feel sorry for the owner of the restaurant.
The owner of the restaurant. What they do is what they do for a living is the business, and it is good for is providing food for the people. You can't do that. You can't stop the people from eating meat. You can't encourage them. You can't force them to eat meat. If you want to spread knowledge, just talk with a on the talk show or spread knowledge online peacefully, without being aggressive. You don't need to be aggressive. You can talk about the pros of going vegan, which is good things to do, which is not good to do. You can talk peacefully.
But you can't force.
You can't always force to do. You have to go vegan. You can't go to KFC. You can't go to McDonald's. You can't force people to do that. It's their right to do, and
that's business.
It's definitely business. Whether it's good for them or not is their choice to do. You can't force them to choose what you like.
I wonder, did the owner of that restaurant literally sue those protesters? Because I really hope that he did something.
He did sue them, and then they have to they all have to pay fine to the restaurant. So
that's good. Good for him.
I think that is one.
Fair too.
I think that is one that people get too much of the freedom. You have to get freedom, but freedoms have limits and laws. So you gotta respect the laws or respect other people's opinions.
And even vegans have limited choice. They don't get everything they want. Like even they have to be very they have to be very very picky or choosy. Like because in choosing vegetables, because some vegans don't even eat dairy products. Like no meat at all. Like no eggs, no honey, no
animal products.
No animal products. So that find a bit harder for them to choose available vegetables. So what happened is that in homemade food, homemade snack, they have this at least one product that is made by animals, like egg or milk, so that kind of things. So you can avoid these things if you're gonna completely cut off the meat, eating meat. So every single time there is gonna be one product that you gotta use. So if you're not fully vegans, like half vegans, so you can eat those dairy products too, right? But the other thing is that if you're going out with a group of friends, you're hanging out with your friends in this big restaurant. I mean, in Western, they have freedoms, like they even have these menu for vegetables, right? Vegans, for vegans specifically. So, but in Asia, mostly in Asian countries, they don't have this choice. So
not very much.
Not very much. It's not popular yet, right? It's not also common. So the vegans have to adjust. They can adjust with the other people, with the rest of the friends. So it can make like a bit isolation, in the group. So it's not good for the socializing as well, right? But that if you are with a understanding group of friends, then it's easy for you, right? They will understand, right? So that's not a problem. But in Asia countries, I don't see that much that people are not that understanding, because when we have these two choices, like we can literally eat both things. So why they choose vegans, right? Those kind of questions just popped up in their mind. So the same thing happened in for the vegans too, right? So because some vegans, like in India, there are vegans. Like in India, they have mostly vegans, right? Most people are vegans because some Jews because of culture, or some Jews because of their religion. So they don't, even though they don't choose fully vegan, they don't choose to be fully vegan. They choose specificity, like this Monday, we're gonna be vegans for the whole day, or maybe Monday and Tuesday, those 2 days we're gonna be fully vegan. So those kind of things, those kind of like their belief and their culture. So that is stick with them. They're not fully vegans. They don't. Some don't understand why they're vegans, why they have to be vegans. So it's like a legacy or something like that. They heritage from their parents, or from their society, or from where they grew up. So, but some do it by their choices because of health perspective. They actually know the results and the outcome and the benefits. So that's why they do vegans. But mostly people are overly extremist over these vegans, and they started seeing this as a trend. They started doing this vegans and meat fighting things, debates on social media. So that's that started happening conflicts.
It's not a healthy choice, I would say. And nowadays, I've seen in many countries that scientists have developed, these plant-based meats. They invented some plant-based meat as replacing of the actual meat. They say that it tastes exactly the same as the meat. The flavor is the same, the texture is the same, and the way you put it in the mouth is melting into like the actual meat is, and it tastes the same. They also say that it have the same nutritions too, but not exactly the same as nutritions as they mentioned on the label. And not everything that mentioned on the label is not always true. It's not always it's not always suggested by an FDA or something. Even if you compare with the stats, if you compare with the protein 100 gram from the meat and protein 100 gram from the plant, which is better protein. The meat protein is definitely way better for your body. It have more energy to give you rather than the plant. Plant give you protein from beans, but it's quite a small amount. You gotta eat a lot. But for the meat, you can eat a little bit bite, and then you got quite enough protein for your body. So even though they make plant-based meat, it's not always the same as the real meat. It cannot give you the nutrition that is needed for your body all the time. So you gotta be balanced. You gotta make sure what you put in your mouth, what it goes in your body. You got so if for the vegan side, they always have to count every single calories that go in your body. It's a diet. It's part of the diet. I think that is quite a bit of like using a lot of your time on this thing. You should be doing something else more. But they do it for their health reasons, yes. But they can't always do that for the lifetime.
It's a bit creative though.
Yeah, it's quite creative. They count every single calorie before they eat. Like when you want to order something, a salad on the KFC, you got to tell them how many calories in that, how many thousands of calories in that. They got to calculate. So even the water, they got to know if it's tap water or this is like distilled water or stuff. They have different amount of calories. They got to count every single thing. That's good for your health sometimes, but is for me it's a bit of complicated and overwork.
Sometimes you can just do simple things, but they make it they make it more complicated.
Complicated. Yeah,
that is just overwork.
Yeah, that is sometimes in the old days people don't care. They just drink water. They eat meat. They eat vegetables. They eat vegetable. They're healthy as hell. Older generation are extremely healthier than us. They don't care about the health. But today generations, they care about health, but they're literally weaker than the older generation.
Yeah, I don't know
because they're overcaring.
But they are overcaring maybe. Yeah, about that water thing, I've seen that videos of one woman ordering the water at one restaurant like that. That the waiter, I guess, the waitress. She asks the woman like, what kind of water? What type of water do you want? Like still water or normal water or cool water? So many types of waters that the woman just freeze and just give me a water. I mean, it's just a water, right? I mean, if you want to divide, there's only two water, cool water and normal water. That's it, right? They make it overly complicated. So
yeah, that's how you.
That's what happened. That's what happened. That's what happened to vegans too.
Yeah.
But about the vegans, there's one thing that I like. It's like vegans is a bit rich of fabric. Fabrics. That we can get from meat. So, but for the meat eater, we rarely eat vegetables and we rarely eat even fruits. We don't even like eat fruits that much like vegans do, right? So the vegans have this beneficial from vegetables, like they have like this rich fabric, so that is good for them. But for us, we need for the meat eater, of course we both are meat eaters, so for us we need to eat more vegetables and more fruits to balance. So that's what I want vegans people to happen to. They at least I want them to eat like meat a little bit. I mean that might be balanced, right? That might be a balanced work.
Well, some people like just they go vegan because they just don't like meat. Some people that they're born not to eat like meat. They don't like the texture. They don't like the taste of the meat.
They can't even stand the smell of the meat.
Yeah, smell the meat. Some people actually do that, but I got no problem for that people. If you don't like the meat, just don't eat it. You eat vegetables, you eat beans, or you drink vitamin pills for your nutritions. Yeah, but if you go to vegan due to the health reason, you should conclude with the doctor. You should discuss with the doctor how much period of time should I go. You should not
consult with the
doctor. You should not go for the lifelong vegan. I've seen also on the internet that extremely vegans, they are always like eating a lot of extremely plant-based, drinking only the plant liquid. They blended everything in plant. They drink the liquid all the time. They don't eat anymore. That is extremist, bad for your health. Extremely bad for your health. And that I saw that a couple ladies that died after following that extremist vegan diet. They think that is healthy for them. They're extremely thin too. When you look at them, they're extremely thin. They're just only the bones on the body. Literally small flesh on the body.
It's like they're torturing their own body.
Yeah, they're torturing their own body. They think that that's healthy.
That is way worse than torturing animals.
Yeah, that's definitely worse.
I mean, we're not like meat eater are not even torturing animals. There's always a specific way to kill the animals, right? There are rules and there are laws too. You can't just kill the normal random animals. I mean, even though there are some people do it, but it's not everyone, right? They are forbidden with the laws and they are protected by the laws and by the rules. So you can just kill randomly. So you have to systematically kill and also maintain the ecosystem as well. So it's not destroying ecosystem, or it's not destroying the environment. That's how it is supposed to be, right?
Yeah, that's how they should educate many people not to slaughter the animal in an abusive way. They should educate them to make it this specific way. There are many rules, like you said, is much much more gentle way to do this thing, to get this meat out of the animal. It's part of the life cycle.
You don't have to suffer that much.
Yeah, you don't need to suffer. It's not. There are many rules and techniques to do that. You gotta educate the people to do that, and you gotta educate the people to eat more vegetable, not to completely let go of the meat.
Yeah, and
you gotta try that too.
Some butchers, they literally slaughter the animals in very harsh way, and that's very painful to see it.
Yeah.
I've seen one I think it's in the industry of a chicken production. So I went there to buy the chicken, like the whole chicken, the whole chicken body, and I saw like these people, these butchers, they are grabbing the chickens like upside down, upside down, and they are torturing these animals. I mean, you can literally hear the screams of the chickens, but they don't care about it. They're just doing their business, and they're just doing their work without caring about the animals' pain, or painful scream. So, and then they just they just kill it. Even they don't even care to look whether this animal is literally dead or not yet. So that's not how it's supposed to be. They should have specific technique to kill the animals. This is kind of an animal torturing, right? Even though you are doing your own business, but you also have to care about someone's life, right? So that
if you're going to vegan, if you're going to the vegan just because of that, there are so many other industry that is doing it in a more gentle way. Other places that is better to do that. So you should try those things. It's not always about abusing. It's always about getting enough nutrition in your body, getting enough strength and the proteins and the vitamin like vitamin B12 that you can't get from the plants. You got only get from the animal that is good for your health. So you should try that. You should get to try some of the vegan. But for many people that they don't like meat, well, I don't encourage. If you want, you do. If you don't want, then okay, no problem. But if you do that for the health reason, just discuss with the doctor, and then do for a specific period of time. For us, also in some of the religions there is forbidden meat, forbidden in the Hindu religion that they forbidden meat for a couple of times. They don't do that for the lifelong. Some of them do that for the lifelong, but some of them will do for the specific days or specific weeks. That's good for your health. That's why you should do that too. You should eat more vegetables too. You should also try meat. Why don't you combine with them and then blend it all and then drink it?
That would be horrible taste. I mean, that's awful. Oh my god, no. Okay, so the thing is that we have to respect for both sides, right? So the main point of this topic and this discussion about vegans is about respecting each other, from both sides, looking from both perspective. And if you're vegans, then meat eater has to give some respect to vegans, and vegans also should give the respect to each other. That's how we can live together, like as a community, in a balanced way. So that's the today discussion is what's all about.
We're not supporting extremist vegans, or we're not supporting extremist meat eaters. It's about going in the middle way in many of the cases.
The middle way, and which is more peaceful and which is more healthy way. Right?
You don't need to be aggressive. If you whenever you choose aggressive way, it's always worse for the environment and for your healthy reasons, for your health. Whether is your intention is good or not, whether intention is protecting animals or not, the way you're doing is aggressively protesting, forcing many people, that is not a good decision to do, and that is never should be
it's never
a good thing.
Right way to
never a right way to do
the earth.
Exactly. So if you really love the earth, you gotta respect everyone's opinions, and just follow the healthy diet. That's a good thing.
So at the end of the day, being vegan isn't about following the trends or proving it.
It's about what works best for your body, what works best for your health.
Yes. So because some people feel amazing with a vegan diet, and some others feel better with a balanced one. So both are valid.
Yeah. The important thing is it should not be the case of applying the pressure ones around your surrounding. It should be by your choice.
Yes. So respect the choices, respect the lifestyles, and respect the differences.
And And by that, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.
Because it's not rocket science. Oh wait, it actually is.